yoga tie close at hand in case you might need it. And just letting yourself settle into your space, settle into the moment. Letting your eyes close. And whatever might have been happening earlier in the day or the things you may need to tackle later on, just let that go for now. Just put it aside. It'll be there when we're done. Beginning to feel your body. Where are the areas that feel tight or tense? And are there some places in your body that feel very open, spacious, comfortable? Where are your thoughts? And what emotions do you bring to your practice today? Know that everything is welcome. Nothing needs to be left out. Everything can be included. And now let's move into the three-part breath. Softening and expanding the belly as you breathe in. And allowing the breath to float up through your chest, all the way to your shoulders. And exhaling from the top down, shoulders, chest, and belly. Breathing in, filling the body. Breathing out, releasing everything that no longer serves you. Perhaps directing a little more attention to the exhale. And at the end of the exhale, giving the belly a little bit of a squeeze back towards your spine. Just doing that helps to strengthen your core. Each time you notice that your thoughts are wandering away from the moment, gently guide yourself back to your breath. Perhaps setting an intention for your practice to try to stay as connected as you can with each breath and each moment. Let's take 3 more complete breaths. And at the end of that third exhale, we're just going to release that technique, let it go, allowing your natural breath to come back. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Bringing your hands to prayer position, let's start our practice by joining our voices in an Om. Deep breath in. Om. Om Shanti, peace. So lowering your hands to your thighs, take a breath in and allow your head to look up. And then as you exhale, slowly lowering your chin to your chest. Breathing in and lifting. Exhale and lowering. Breathe in and lift, and never to the point of discomfort. Just a good stretch is what we're looking for. One more time. Breathe in, look up, lift your chin. Exhaling, dropping your chin to your chest. And then bring it back to neutral. Good. So let's go from side to side now, looking over the right shoulder. Breathing in. And allowing the head to scan back to the left. Breathing in. Exhaling back to the right. So just noticing whatever is showing up in your neck and upper shoulders as you go from side to side. Gently warming up. And let's do that one more time from side to side. And back. And then bringing your head back to center. So I'm going to lift up my left arm now and begin to sweep it from side to side. My right hand is going to fall to the side. I'm just going to sweep across the sky and inhale, bring the arm down. Exhale, sweep it across and bring it down. And sweep and down. And sweep. So as I sweep across this time, I'm going to pause, reach a little bit further with my fingers, pressing down through my feet, making sure both sit bones are squarely on your chair, filling the arm with breath. Good, and then bring that arm down. Ooh, and notice how it feels. And we'll move to the other side, sweeping. So you can also notice the difference between the two sides of your body as you move. One might feel a little more flexible, one might feel a little more restricted. We're all different. So let's sweep across and pause here. Again, pressing out through the fingers, pressing down into your feet. Pressing both sit bones firmly into the chair and breathing. One more breath and exhale slowly lower down. Take a minute to notice how that feels. So breathing your arms up this time, let's come into seated mountain. So we're going to lift up through the fingers, allow the shoulder blades to slide down your back, grounding through your feet. Let's bend the left elbow now and cradle it with the right palm. And pat yourself on the back. You managed to make it to yoga class and to negotiate Zoom at the same time. Good for you. So you can either stay with your hand supporting the one elbow. I'm going to turn around to the side so you can see what I'm doing. If you want to try to do a posterior hand clasp, you can do that. At least we can shake hands with ourselves if we can't shake hands with anybody else. Make sure you're breathing, elbow back, shoulders back. Once more, breathing in, and then gently releasing that. Noticing how that feels. Breathing your arms up again into mountain. Letting the whole body breathe. Got lots of length in the body, so let's enjoy it and fill it with breath. Great, so I'm going to bend my right elbow now, and cradle it with the left palm. And it's fine to stay right here. You don't have to go any further, but if you'd like to try to reach around behind yourself and shake hands, please feel free to do so. Find that lovely three-part breath, belly, chest, and shoulders. The whole body breathes. Once more, breathing in. And on the exhale, letting it release. And just taking a breath here. So let's work out our fingers. We haven't done our hand exercises in a while. And that's important because there's all these little bones and joints in the hand. They get very stiff and sore. So I'm going to open my fingers wide like starfish. And then exhale, curl them into my palm. Inhale, opening the fingers wide. And exhale, tucking the fingers in. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, close. And once more, opening the fingers as wide as you can, creating space between the thumb and the pinky, and then curling it in. So now keeping the hands flat, let's glide them out to the side and into the center. So the only thing that's moving here is your wrists and your hands. So we're just gliding out and gliding in. Once more, glide them out and in. And then touch the tip of each finger to your thumb, going back and forth. And you might want to look at your hands and see the shape that you're creating. See if you can make a circle as you're doing that. Back and forth. And then wiggle the fingers, just the fingers. And then the hands. And then the wrists, and then your arms, all the way up to your shoulders. Shake your torso, shake your head, shake your feet. If you want to let out a sound, let out a sound. Just let it go. Let it all go. And then stop. And notice how you feel. And breathe. So let's work on the lower body a little bit. And if you have your yoga tie, you might want to keep it handy so it's easy to reach. It's there if you need it. It's one of your supports. So we're going to start with some leg lifts on the right side. So as you inhale, just let the foot lift. And exhale, lower it down. So we move slowly with the breath so that the muscles have a chance to do the job they're supposed to do. Lifting the foot on an in-breath, lowering it with an exhale. Lift it up and bring it down. And lift it up and bring it down. The rest of the body is quiet. The only thing that's moving is the leg. So the next time the foot comes up, let's see if we can hold it there. And again, you can use your hands behind your thigh. You can take your yoga tie and loop it around the sole of your foot if you like. Just make sure you're sitting up straight. See if you can lift that foot a little bit higher. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Great. So we're going to bring that into a knee press now. So bringing the knee up as high as it would like to go. Again, you can hold on with your hands or with your tie or interlace your fingers below the kneecap. Relax those shoulders. I know they want to jump in. See if you can keep them down and breathe. So I'm going to add a little bit of a challenge here if you'd like to join me. I'm going to let my spine round and bring my forehead towards my knee. So take a deep breath in, round your spine towards the back of the chair and let the knee come up. So it might come all the way up or not. Perfectly fine. And then inhale, release that. Good. So I'm going to extend my leg now and take it across my body. You can hold on to the toe You can use your yoga tie to draw the leg across. And I'm going to take my right hand and make a fist and just do a little massage on the thigh. Waking up those muscles, getting the blood circulating. You can even use your knuckles to rub on the muscles. It feels really good. If there's a spot that's calling for some extra attention, let yourself hang out there. Great. So let's go into the figure 4 stretch from here. Remember, your choices are to cross at the ankle or at the knee, or let the sole of that left foot rest on top of your right thigh. Or, excuse me, just the opposite. Right foot on top of the left thigh. Pressing down on the knee, pulling up on the foot, and sitting up tall. For more of a stretch, just lean forward. Let the weight of your torso do the stretch for you. Make sure you're breathing. You can relax your head by shaking it no or yes. And as we inhale, come on up. So before we go to the other side, I just want to remind you that if I'm staying in a pose longer than is comfortable for you, if your body is saying, oh, I've had enough of that, please feel free to just stop and rest. Or if you want to hold a pose longer, feel free to do that as well. Let's go to the other side. Working with that left foot and knee now, inhaling, lifting, and exhale, lowering. Just working the foot with the breath. Feeling those big muscles on the front of your leg starting to warm up. Breathing in, lifting, breathing out and lowering. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth, whatever feels best. So let's leave that foot extended now. And again, you can create some support with your hands or by looping the tie around the sole of the foot. Dropping your shoulders, sitting up tall. So just by sitting up tall, you're engaging your abdominal muscles and giving them a little bit of a workout. And let's go into the knee press from here. So I'm going to bend that knee and draw it up. Make sure I'm sitting up nice and tall. As you're breathing and holding, there might be the room to draw that knee up a little bit closer to your body. If you'd like to try the challenge here, join me in exhaling and bringing your forehead and your knee close together. Try not to use your shoulders when you do this. And then inhale, release it. So we're going to take that leg across the body. Again, you could use your tie here if that feels better. We're going to do a little self-massage. This is an Asian type of massage. It's called Douyin. It's very good for waking up the circulation, getting the blood flowing, and stimulating some of those acupressure points on the body. Use the knuckles if you like. Just rub away the tension. And then figure 4 stretch here. So Going for whatever is accessible for you this morning, pressing down on the knee, up on the foot, sitting up tall. And this might be just enough. Maybe this is as far as you're comfortable going, and that's fine. If you'd like, you can lean forward. Reminder to keep the neck soft, relaxed. And then on an inhale, let's breathe it up, uncross, and just take a minute to notice how you feel. So it's nice to see the sun out this morning. I think we should salute it. And maybe if we salute it, it'll stick around a little bit longer and give us some warmth. Pressing your palms together to wake up the muscles of your arms. Centering on your breath. Inhales, arms sweep up. Exhaling, reaching it back. Breathing back to mountain, and then letting the breath go as you fold forward. Palms to knees, come up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Reaching back. Breathing in and drawing the exhale right back to your heart. Again, breathing in and out. Take the breath in and release it. Coming up partway. Exhale and folding fully, letting the breath go completely. Inhale, sweep it up. Let's reach it back on an exhale. Taking the breath into mountain and letting the palms come to rest again at your heart. This will be the last round. Inhale. And exhale, reach it back. Breathing into mountain and let it go. Dive down. Coming up part way as you breathe in, exhale and folding. Inhaling, arms sweeping up, reaching back, breath into mountain, and then coming back to rest at your heart center. Taking just a full breaths to notice how you feel. So we're going to work on our seated warrior pose, and we're going to do warrior 1 and warrior 2. So let's turn and face the left front corner of the chair. Feet are about hip width apart, maybe a little wider, and I'm going to begin with my hands at my hips. So building that good, solid, strong spine. Nice, steady breaths. Breathe in, and as you exhale, step that right foot back. Press into the sole of your left foot. Great. Press back through the heel of the right foot and then release it. Press it back. Notice how you sit up a little taller each time you press back with that heel. And press it back and release. So this time, press the heel back. Allow it to stay there. And let's add the arms, which is optional. You can always leave the arms out of this equation. Out to the side or overhead, reaching up. Gaze can be up, it can be at the horizon, or it can be down at the floor, whichever feels most accessible for your neck. One more breath. And then exhale, lower the arms. And we'll come directly into warrior 2. So the legs are going to stay right where they are. I'm going to stretch out my left arm in front and my right arm behind. So let's take a minute, just look behind you and see if you can position the back arm so that it's the same height as the arm in the front. Turn your gaze to the left. Creating space between your shoulder blades. Breathing. Let's take one more breath here. Create a little bit more extension, fingertip to fingertip. And then on an exhale, lower the arms. And step around to the front. Let's take a breath before we go to the other side. So I'm going to turn and face the right front corner of the chair. Hands at the hips to begin. Build your foundation, nice strong spine, and then exhale that left foot back. Press back through the heel and let it go. Press it back and release. And this time, press it back, but let it stay there, pressing out, pressing into the sole of your right foot, and we'll add the arms. Right arm comes in the front, left arm comes behind. Again, do a little check on placement. So making sure you're holding the arms at the same height. If that's not accessible to you, you can always just work with one arm. Breathe. Great, and we'll go into warrior one from here. So dropping the arms and adding them again out to the side or overhead if that feels good. Nice, steady, steady breaths. Let's take one more deep breath here and then exhale, release the arms. And bring your feet together and around to the front. Take a couple of breaths. So we're going to move into eagle pose. We haven't done that in a while. And I'm going to lead it twice. I'm going to lead it once seated, and then I'm going to invite those of you who would like to try it standing to join me in doing it standing. So let's work with the arms first. Stretch your arms out. These are your wings. These are your eagle wings. Exhale, take your left arm around the front, right arm over it, and then cross. Press your forearms together. If this doesn't work for your body, you can just cross your arms across your chest. Good. Squeezing the forearms together. Inhale, lift the elbows, and exhale, draw them down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. And once more, inhale, lift the elbows, exhale, draw them down. Good. And then release that, open the arms wide. We'll go directly to the other side. I'm going to take the right arm, and then the left arm, and then wrap. And again, if this doesn't work, just cross your arms across your chest. Drawing your upper arms together so there's a real squeeze in the shoulders. Great. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, draw them down. Inhale, lift the elbows and draw them down. And once more, inhale, lift and lower. Great. Open your arms and let your wings float down. So we'll work on the legs now. I'm going to take my left foot and cross it over my right, and then squeeze the thighs together, sitting up tall, pressing into the feet, and breathing. Let's try that on the other side. So the right foot crosses over the left, the thighs squeeze together, We sit up tall and breathe. And then release that. So now the challenge is to bring those two pieces together, the arms and the feet. Let's see how it goes. Open the arms wide. These are your wings. Again, left comes across the body, right and wrap. Squeeze those upper arm bones together. And then taking your left foot, cross it over your right, squeeze your thighs together. And notice by squeezing the arm bones and squeezing the thighs, you sit up taller. How about one more breath? Good. Inhale, exhale, release the feet. Open your arms and we'll go directly to the second side. Engaging those arm bones, squeezing the arms together. Deep stretch across the upper back. Crossing your right foot over your left, squeezing your thighs. And breathing. Once more, deep breath in, focus on the exhale, let it all go. The next inhale releases the pose, and the wings float down. So if you'd like to join me, I'm going to lead that pose again in a standing position. You can also choose to repeat it seated. So it's up to you. So to begin, I'm going to stand by the left side of my chair and know that if you need the chair for balance, you can just do the upper arm part with one arm and hold on to the chair with the other arm. Open your wings, exhale, left comes around the right, squeeze those arms. Take a minute to soften your knees just a little bit. Shift your weight to the leg closest to the chair and cross the outside foot over. Thighs are pressed together. Upper arms are pressed together. And you're breathing. One more breath. Release your foot. Open your wings. And allow your arms to float down. Let's go to the other side. So let's open the wings again. And then exhale, right arm wraps around the left. Take a minute to draw your elbows down and engage the upper arm bones. Squeeze them tight. Good. Shift your weight to the foot closest to the chair and cross the other foot over. So thighs are pressing together. Keep your gaze steady. So you're looking off to the horizon. Your breath is flowing smoothly. You can be holding onto the chair with one hand, whatever you like. Great. The next time you breathe in, release the foot. Open your wings. Allow your arms to float down. And just bring your hands to prayer position. So let's move into warrior pose, standing. And again, if standing poses are not your thing for whatever reason today, you can certainly do it seated the way we did it before. You can use the chair or not. I'm going to bring my hands to my hips and I'm going to step back with my right foot. Now take a minute to square your hips. This outside hip always wants to drift back, so bring it forward, press into the feet, and if you like, adding the arms. So the challenge here, if you choose, is to gaze upward. That makes it a little more difficult to balance, or you can just look at the horizon or look at the floor, whichever works. Deep, deep breaths. Good. Lower your hands. Step your feet together. Take a minute to receive the stretch, appreciate what you're feeling. And let's come into a downward dog before we do warrior on the other side. So you can have your hands at the back of the chair if you like, or on the seat of the chair if you want a deeper stretch. I'm going to bring my hands to the seat of the chair and just allow my shoulders, my belly to hang down. You can lift and lower one heel at a time, sort of pedaling your feet. Brings up a nice hamstring stretch. And then on an inhale, let's come up and go to the other side. So again, you can be holding on to the chair with one hand, or you can bring your hands at your hips to begin. Take a breath in and step back with the left foot. So the toes of the back foot can turn out to the side, or you can bring them more so they're facing forward. But I think having the foot slightly turned out makes it easier to maintain balance. Square your hips so they're both facing forward. Good. Add the arms, reaching up, breathing in, enjoying the breath, enjoying the stretch, feeling very powerful, very strong. Inhale, exhale, lower the hands, step your feet together. And again, another downward facing dog, just to complete the stretch. Let the breath go. Relax your head, relax your shoulders. And then walking back towards your chair. Great job, everybody. Let's take a seat. And we'll finish up our asana practice with a twist, a nice seated twist. So I'm going to build my foundation, nice strong spine, slightly away from the back of the chair. Extend your right arm, fill it with breath. Bring that palm to your left knee, left hand to the side of your chair. Breathing in and lengthening, breathing out and twisting. If you'd like, you can cross the left leg over the right. Notice where your thoughts go when you're holding a pose. Stay with the breath. Stay with sensation. Let's take one more deep breath. And exhale, let it go, begin to release, coming around. Other side, left arm stretches out, palm comes to the knee, hand to the side of your chair. Breathing in deeply. And crossing the right leg over the left if you want a little bit of a deeper twist. Be kind to your neck. Don't over twist. One more breath. And exhale, bring it back to center. I don't know about you, but I feel much, much better. So we always finish our practice with just a little bit of a sit. So letting yourself be comfortable. There's no particular way you need to breathe at this point. There's just letting the breath come in and out and taking the time to notice. how the practice might have affected you physically, mentally, energetically, emotionally. And we stay with the quiet of the breath and the moment. There's no need to rush ahead. The day will wait for you. Coming back with attention to the breath as often as you need to. And now begin to let your breath get a little bit deeper. And adding some final movements, some stretches, some sounds, grunts, groans, sighs, yawns. Oh, it feels so good to stretch. So I'm going to invite you all to join me in a virtual hug. Let's open our arms really, really wide. Expand your heart. And then exhale, wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a hug. Opening wide. And then exhaling to the other side. Let the arms wrap and squeeze. And then bringing your hands to prayer position. Let's close our practice by joining our voices in an Om. Deep breath in. Om Shanti, peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from fear. May all beings be healthy. And may all beings everywhere know peace. Namaste, Jai Bhagwan. Or as I like to say now, namaste, namaste safe, namaste healthy. So thanks for joining me for practice this morning. I'm not going to sign off just yet. I'm going to come up closer to the screen. So anybody who would like to chat, we have a few minutes to do.